Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to reveal the torn and restore card trick.
Do you want me to?
Okay, so this is how the performance goes. Let's say a spectator can choose a card, and let's say they chose, maybe this card, the Four of Spades. And what I'm going to do is, since it's a torn and restore, we have to do one of the four things. First of all, we have to identify an object, which is the Four of Spades. And then, what do we have to do? We have to get it signed. If you want, you can get it signed to make sure this is the only card in the world. You can sign it in the middle or whatever. And step 3, you actually have to tear the card. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold the corner of the Four of Spades right here, like that, like that. Keep going so I can crease the card so that it would be a lot easier to, tear the card. Alright, I think that's enough. And if you look at it right here, you can actually see the Four of Spades. And if you were here, I would actually let you touch the card. Here, I'll take it out. See how Four of Spades is right there? And there's a little crease right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this crease right here, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to just rip it out like so. Now, one thing about this is that it's a perfect match from the back. See if the camera can catch that? It's a perfect match from the back, and it's a perfect match from the front as well, like so. And all I'm going to do is, now I would eat this, but since you're not here, I'll just simply, I guess, get rid of that card, that piece. And all you're going to do is, I don't have anything in my hand, see, nothing right here, nothing right here, and I'm going to ask you to hold on to this end, and while you're doing this, let's say this is my mouth, it would come over like that, and simply it's going to restore back. Let's see how it's done. Alright, a little disclaimer, I have never purchased this trick, so I'm not too sure this is the way of doing this trick. I've simply learned this trick by watching David Blaine's famous dollar bill torn and restore trick, where he takes a dollar bill, cripples at the top, just a corner, eats the corner, and somehow he restores it back on. So that's the effect that I have on my card trick. I don't know how to do it with a dollar bill, but I think I've created a method of doing it with a deck of cards. And I'm pretty sure this is not the method that other professional magicians use, but I'm telling you, it still works. I've performed it live in front of audience. Now, this trick does require a setup. You need to choose a card that you want to break, and you need another card because you need a little bit of a setup. See how I have a setup? Let's say, I'm not too sure if I have two Four of Spades. If I have a Four of Clubs, it would be great, but I don't really have one, so I would have to use a different card. So all you need is, you don't need two decks of cards, because in theory you can still work around with one deck of cards, because all you're doing is ripping the edge of the pip. You don't really show it. So let's say we're using 2 8s. As long as they're the same color, it's fine. So all you're going to do is, this is a preparation. You need a corner piece like this, and this is how you do it. You're simply going to take a corner where the number is, or don't choose face cards because it's not going to be pretty at the end. Choose a number card, and it doesn't matter which color it is, as long as you take the corner piece where the number is, and then you're going to fold it like this. Fold it like a triangle. Try to make it neat, and all you're going to do is you're going to fold it up to the belly of the angel. See how there's an angel right there? You're going to fold it to the belly of the angel. Well, that's my method. If you want, you can fold it to somewhere else, but as long as you know where you fold every time you fold, it's totally fine. And for me, it's the belly of the belly of the angel. Now watch, as I said, this is where I fold all the time, so this piece in theory should match perfectly. See? Even though these are two different triangles, it still works. So that's the preparation, and you're going to crease it quite a bit so that it's a lot easier to cut perfectly, because you want a perfect cut. And I think that is enough. And by the way, if it doesn't work on this end, you can try again on the other end, so it's perfect. And there we go. Perfect piece. Now if you look at the other 8, if you match it up, see how it's a perfect match right there? Now that's the setup. Now in my performance, it was a bit sketchy because this trick is quite angle sensitive. You can't have any spectators behind you, and then since this camera is actually looking at my hands directly down, I had to modify it a bit, but I still perform. I think I still performed it quite well. So this is how you're going to hold this piece. You're going to, well, this is my method. I hold it on my pinky, between my pinky and my index finger. In my performance, I kind of exaggerated it, and then I held it so that it shows from the other side. See how it shows from the other side, but not from this end, because I'll be doing this a lot. But in real life, you want the corner piece to be, you should be able to see it from your end, but from the other side, where the spectator is standing, they should not be see the corner piece. Okay, so, and it's not that hard to conceal the corner piece. You just have to hold it like this. So now that's the setup, and all you have to do is now force the 8 of spades. You can do whatever you want. If you want, you can do the Hindu force. If you want, you can curl the card and force the card to them. You can riffle force, but in my performance, I force it by using the invisible force. They pick any card they want, and there we go, the 8 of spades. Once you've done that and they've picked the card, they can sign the card if they want, because you're going to ruin the card anyways. Just make sure you say sign the card, sign your name in the middle of the card so that they don't ruin the pips. And let's say they sign on this pip, but not on this side, then you're going to work with this end, because you don't want the corner to be signed. And if they sign this end, you're going to work with this end. Make sense? Now from here, you're going to show the 8 of spades and say, hey, that's a good card, and talk about what I did in my performance, talk about how this is a tournament store, and simply while doing that, you're going to fold the card to the belly of the angel, like so. It's hard to do it while watching the camera, but that's essentially what I've done. And you're going to fold it maybe 2 or 3 times, but you don't have to fold it too much because you're not going to be ripping the card. But you should be folding it enough times so that if you just hold it like this, it should keep down, and if you hold it like this, it should keep up like this. Okay, as long as they don't come back and look like this, it's fine. It's hard to explain it, but crease it back to back 3 to 4 times while you're talking to them. And while you're doing that, keep in mind you don't want to flash this piece right here. And as long as you hold your hand in like a palming position, they shouldn't be seeing the piece. And once you've done that, this is what you're going to do. This is where the important part comes in. You're simply going to do this and show them the card if they're standing right there. In my video, I had to go like this, and it was a very awkward angle, but it's going to be a lot easier in real life, because while you're doing this, you're going to come with your right hand where the corner piece is, and you're going to use your left thumb to take it out of your pinky and hold it right here. See, it's right there right now. And from here, while you're showing that, you're going to, keep this in mind, you're going to be watching from here, so it's going to be a lot easier. And you're going to simply cover it with your right hand. And then you can tell them to touch the 8 of spades or whatever they want to make sure this is real. And then you're going to simply drop the whole deck, and you're going to be in this position where your thumb is concealing the corner piece. Now that was hard, so I'm going to go over it once more time, because this is, I think, the hardest part. So you know how you have a concealed corner piece right here? You're going to slide out one card and then hold it like this. And then while doing so, you're going to simply drop and to transfer it to your left thumb to your right thumb. Just make sure that you're holding it so that you don't really, show the corner piece. You want to make sure that you conceal the whole corner piece like this. And then from here, you're simply going to take the deck like this. And if you want, because your thumb has sweat, you can actually take it out like this, do it again, like to make sure like it stays here. So you can just do this. It's risky, but it has worked in the past, and you can show that there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, once you've done that, this is very important. You're going to drag your thumb and your corner piece. See how it's right there? You're going to drag your thumb and your corner piece to the edge, and when you're at the edge, you're going to use your middle finger to fold down the flap right here while bringing it like to here. So it's going to look like this. Okay, but it's going to be concealed. Again, you're going to drag your thumb right here, and at the same time you're going to simply use your middle finger to fold down the flap, and then you're going to make a ripping sound, or just make sure it sounds real, right? If you hold down to this end like this, it kind of makes this ticky sound or ripping sound, and you can actually show that you've ripped the card. But you actually have, what you actually have done is that you still have the corner piece right here. See? It's just bent down, and because you've creased it enough times, it's not going to like slowly come up, back up like this. It's going to stay right here, and if you are not comfortable with it, you can simply hold it down with your middle finger and your thumb like so while you're talking. And then from here, this is very important. You're going to show that the corner piece is a perfect match. This ripped corner piece, not the unripped, ripped corner piece, is a perfect match. And then from here, this is, I guess, a sleight of hand that I kind of made up, but from here you're going to use your middle finger and your ring finger of your left hand to clip on the bottom piece or the folded piece. See how it's clipped? And then you're simply going to turn the cards like so, and see how by doing so, although it was right here, I made it seem like while folding over, I folded this piece over at the same time to make sure that it seemed like it's ripped from both sides. Okay, so again, it's quite hard, so I'm going to go over it once more time. You're going to hold it, clip it with your middle finger and your index finger, and then while you're going to use your index finger and the thumb of your right hand to turn it over. At the same time, you're going to kind of push the card down, which helps with the whole process, or that's what I feel like. So from here, remember you're holding onto this as well. You're simply going to clip, and if I want, I can do a put a few times like so. I flashed there, but you know what I mean. So from there, you're going to show that the other side is also a perfect match. See, although those are two different from two different cards, because I cut at specific way, halfway to the belly of the angel, it's going to just work perfectly. Now from here, you're going to eat the card, eat this piece, make it disappear. Okay, if you want, you can just make it disappear, but I don't know how to do that with my hands, so I just normally eat the card and then show my mouth that my mouth is empty, and I would ask them to hold on to this end, and imagine this is your mouth. You're simply going to come over with your mouth and then just do that. Okay, with your mouth, bottom lips, you're simply going to do that. And in theory, if you have done everything correctly, it's going to seem like you have just torn a card and restored the card back to normal. And I know it's a long tutorial, but thanks for watching to the end. If you enjoyed it, please like the video, and if you're not a subscriber, you're welcome to subscribe. I upload videos almost daily, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.